Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to film a video update for my project Polish. I know that last update was like half a year ago, but it's moving so slow. I really just don't see the purpose of updating you every month. So I decided that I'm going to update you every time I either roll something out or roll something in. And today I did finish a polish. Well, not today, I finished earlier, but today I'm going to talk about a polish that I have finished, and it was this one, this tiny little 5 milliliter one from Faberlic. It was a matte pale pink. I liked it very much. Despite being matte and bright, it was easy to work with, easy to apply, and I was able to use it almost until the very last drop. I stopped using it when I saw that I would not be able to make another manicure or pedicure out of it. So let's now go through all the bottles that are left. I am not rolling anything new in. I might as well just tell you this right now, because as you can see I still have enough. I went a little bit happy rolling polishes in back in the day, so now this is, as you can see, this is Project Polish 2019, 2020, 21, and I will roll a polish in when I have like 4 left. So I have 5, maybe 6 at a time, but for now I still have 8, I think. So nothing new comes in. If you're curious to know what's on my nails today, this is this polish from Tips. It's a Russian indie brand, and I think it was a limited collection related to autumn and Halloween, and it says, I think it's called Blood Moon. Yeah, it's called Blood Moon. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. I'm sorry it's so reflective. It's because I have like an overhead light. The lighting is not the best today. I will try to fix it for next videos, but today I'm sorry, bear with me. I'm still getting used to this YouTube thing, and I hope that with time and with practice the quality of my videos will improve. But today we have this. So it's on my nails, and it's been a week since I have changed it. Tomorrow's going to be 7th or 8th day, so I'd say it held up pretty well. I washed dishes, I washed a lot of dishes, I didn't wear any gloves, I cleaned the house, I carried in groceries, I sorted laundry, I did other tasks. So as you can see, it did wear off a little bit, but I wouldn't even call it chipping. It chipped mostly on this nail, and I just painted it, painted the corner over with, let me show you. I need a new polish, like I need a hole in the head, but I went ahead and just, I picked these ones when I was doing some household shopping. They cleverly, of course, have a stand with polishes right by the cashiers. So this one immediately caught my eye because I saw it on an Instagram, on a nail Instagram of one lady before, and I knew I had to have it, but I was stalling, and I decided that I wouldn't purchase it, like wouldn't go out and look for it, but if it jumps out at me, I would get it. So I did. It's a beautiful Golden Rose Extreme Gel Shine in number 34. You can see it painted on the corner on my nail here. It's stunning, honestly. It's stunning. Under the sun, it just shines all over. It's not a hollow, I don't think. No, it's not a hollow, but it's very lovely. The second one is this glitter. I mean, how could I not? Just look at the thing. I mean, you cannot pass these things, you know. And the third one is another glitter. I thought it would look good over some of the nude polishes that I have that are, even if you are very careful with the application, they still appear as streaky. So I thought that I would just put a layer of this one over them, and it would save their face. So yes, now that we have that out of the way, let us talk about the polishes that I still have in the project. The first one being this one. If the camera would focus. Yeah. This, here it is. It's a very old one from Flormar. I have already spoken about them in the previous video at extent, so I'm not going to talk a lot about them now. I don't really think I've used it, maybe once, yeah, the new line is here. I've used it once since the last update, so once in 5 months. That is ridiculous. But the problem with this polish, even though I really love the color, it is very hard to remove. Like, it doesn't stain your nails, but it stains the area around your nail. It stains your fingertips, so it takes a while to remove. That's why I've been stalling using it. And it became very gloopy, so I'm thinking maybe adding a couple of drops of alcohol or thinner in it, and maybe I will do another 1 or 2 manicures, and then I would just use it on my toes, but we'll see about that. I'm sorry, the camera keeps focusing on the bottles. If I will move them, it might be better. And this is my tripod, by the way. You have to see it because it's a really like a small cheap tripod, and it's more of a selfie stick really, so it has stability issues. So yeah, say hi to my tripod. Okay, so a couple more manicures, and then I think I would just be painting my toes with it, because painting toes is always easier, and it's not as visible if there are some how should we say, problems with coverage. The second one remaining is this gold bronzy one by Oriflame. I've used it once, maybe twice, maybe even more, because this is the old line and this is the new line. And it still performs well, perhaps takes a little bit more time to dry, so I will continue doing my manicures with it. I think it's more of an autumn shade for me. I'm not really fixated about polishes being seasonal, but you know, we are still attracted to certain colors in the spring and certain colors in the summer, etc. So this is more of an autumn shade, and I also absolutely love it in winter around holidays. But I don't want to let it sit around because it is getting old, and yeah, this thing says, oh sorry, that looks nasty. This thing says that it's expired in 16, but it works. I mean, it works. I mean, polish doesn't really go bad as long as it still dries. You know, you can always revive it with thinner. Next one is this one. The swatch looks a little bit discolored, and the bottle looks a little bit discolored as well, but when you apply it on the nails, I'm pretty sure you can... No, the light is bad. You would be able to see it here, the true color of this. It's one of my favorite nude polishes. I painted my nails with it once or twice, but there is a, like, you can see a faintish line where it was before. It's always getting rubbed off, and this is the new one. It still performs like a dream. I mean, maybe if you paint like 2 hours before bed, you can wake up with duvet prints, but other than that, it dries well, it stays on, it's perfect against my particular skin color, so I love it, and I hope they still carry this line and this particular color, because when this bottle is done, I am sure I will buy a new one, of the exact same color. I love it. It's one of my favorite nude polishes. Next we have this gray by Sally Hansen, and finally it's beginning to move because the bottle is getting tapered down. This is where we are right now. I think I used it once. I always hesitate using it. I mean, like, gray is a neutral all seasons color for me, but I hesitate using this because it chips in a day, like even less than a day. I paint my nails like, I don't know, 2-3 hours before I go to bed, and then by the time I get off work, it chipped. So yeah, it's kind of a, even if I use a top coat, which this is the one that I'm using right now, it's good. It's good. Even if I use a top coat, it's still maybe a day longer, but yeah, so I'm using it up and saying goodbye to it. Next one is this one. This is the Avon Gel Shine in old packaging. They have rebranded it. I don't think I've used it. Oh yeah, I've used it once. I think, yeah, that's about one user's worth. It's okay, but it's kind of hard to apply. When you do a thick coat, it takes a while to dry, and when you do a thin coat, it's very hard to even it out. Even if you do like 3 thin coats, they take about as much time to dry as 2 thick ones, and 2 thick ones are easier to use. So yeah, I go for 2 thick ones, and it's a bit of a mess. It takes a while. Yeah. Now we have this one by Faberlic. I think I've used it once. Maybe you cannot see. I can see the previous line, but I'm not sure you'll be able to see. Like the previous line is here. Maybe you'll be able to see the previous line is here, and this is where I am now. I also used this one to franken this polish that's already out. It's a good one. I love it. It's just like a neutral sort of blue. It's not navy blue, it's not bright blue, it's just kind of a darkish blue, and it looks good on my nails. I like it. The formula is nice, it dries well, it goes on well. I love it. I love it, but I think I said before that the reason I put it in this project, when it was completely, the bottle was completely new, I had 2 of them. I did not realize that I bought the same polish twice. This is what happens when you hoard polishes like I do. Then we have this one. I haven't used it a single time since then. It's also absolutely new. I put this bottle in because, like with this one, I have 2 identical bottles in my possession, and actually this is the same applies to this one. But in my defense, this the second bottle of this was gifted to me, so not all is lost. Yeah, I haven't used it once, still completely new. Maybe I like swatched it on a couple of nails, but I didn't do a complete manicure. But it looks nice. I mean, it's perfect for spring, summer, so maybe its time will come soon. And the formula of this, the one, it's good. I love them. They recently updated the packaging, and I sincerely hope that they have not altered the formula and the brush, because Oriflame has a lot of problems, but polishes is not one of them. Let me try to open it right now and show you the brush. The brush is, for my nails, it's perfection, and I have a friend who loves them too. Yeah, it looks like I've maybe used it once, but yeah. This is the brush. It's perfect. It's I know it's similar to, for example, the Hansen one and also this one, but the edges are much better. Like when you put it against your cuticle, it's hard to do in the camera. When you put it against your cuticle, it's like a perfect arch. So it kind of like, it paints itself basically. And most of them, with the exception of like the usual suspects of whites, nudes, and like really pale nudes, really like pinky nudes, and also, what was it, yellow, most of them paint like a dream and dry like a dream, and also wear really well. Like maybe not 14 days like they promise, but 5 days without top coat. And if you do the whole shebang of base to layers and top coat, it can go for about 10 days. And it would not start chipping here, it would start wearing off here at the cuticle, like what happened with the tips one that I have now. Okay, enough of that. Haven't used it once, I hope I will soon. And the last one, which I keep forgetting that I put in because it's just, I don't know, it's not one of the things that I want to pan or finish, pretty much like with this one, I'm doing it because it's old and I really enjoy the color. It looks perfect. I love it in winter, but I think it looks great in the summer too. I don't think I've used it even once, but since the bottle is so small, it's only 7 ml, it's half gone. So I think here we have maybe about 2 manicures left, maybe 3. I noticed that I tend to use up around 1 milliliter of polish for Armani. So I think this is like 3.5, yeah, 3 manicures, 4 manicures, yeah, like that. So this is the update. I have one finished and nothing new rolling in. And let me try to focus the camera, yeah, here on the wheel. This is the rotation that I usually use when I paint my nails with Project Polish. So I go from the oldest one that I put in. So in this case it would be this one, because these are already used up and this is a deprecated. This is just this is the one. It changed the color when I left my wheel on the sun. So yeah, always protect your stuff and yourself from the sun. This is what the sun does. So I finished this one, so this is the oldest one. So what I usually do when I try to focus on a polish, and it doesn't always happen, but sometimes I remember that, yeah, I have a project polish going, I need to focus on it. So what I do is I take the oldest, I paint my nails with it, and then I take the other one. So I paint my nails with it, and then I come back to this one, and I paint my nails again, and then I jump to this one. And then I come back to this one and to this one and then again to this one if it's still going, and then to this one. So it goes like that until I finish it. And then I switch to this, for example, being my main, and then I do this. So jump back and forth like that. And of course I also try to incorporate polishes that I haven't yet worn a single time that are in my collection. So for example, this one from Tips. I also wore a couple of other reds, and I think a kind of a blackish charcoalish shiny color with oh, I'm perfect at descriptions. Yeah, I think what was it? It was industrial metal something called, also from Oriflame. It was a good color. I think I have a picture on my Instagram. Shameless plug. You can always visit me on Instagram. I update there more frequently. So yeah, that's about it. So usually if I incorporate other polishes that are not in this project, like the untried ones, I would do this, and then I would probably do this, and then an untried one, and then I would come back to this, and then an untried. So you get the idea. I always come back to this one so that it comes out of the project faster. But then again, sometimes I'm not in the mood to paint my nails at all, as it's been for a really long while. But I think I'm getting back into the groove of things, and I have been painting my nails more often. In fact, I might just change the color today, because this is getting old. So yeah, thank you for listening to my ramble, thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you soon with another polish removed from the wheel. Bye.